Seems funny, doesn't it?
What?
Wearing a wedding ring.
Yes, it takes a bit of getting used to.
How's yours?
Well, it hasn't gone green yet, surprisingly enough.
That cost me a lot of money, as a matter of fact. I'll probably still be paying for that when we're divorced.
Well, I bought yours, don't forget. I'll tell you what, if we ever do get divorced, you can have custody of the overdraft.
Oh. Never had a ring before.
I don't know, what about that one you keep leaving in the bath?
Funny you should get married with a ring, though, isn't it? I mean, why a ring?
Well, a ring's a symbol, isn't it? Of eternal commitment. It doesn't have a beginning and it doesn't have an end.
Neither does a football. You wouldn't want to go around with one of those on your finger, would you? Never be able to pick your nose.
I don't pick my nose.
Do you regret it?
What, not picking my nose?
Getting married?
Well, not yet. Why? Do you?
No. Do you feel differently, though?
A bit. Do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the same as living together, only more sort of final. I mean, you know, once you're married, well, that's it. That's Christmas over. You know, you've spent your book token. Yeah, so you better enjoy reading this book, because you're not going to get another one.
Thank you, Ashley. You have a real knack of making someone feel wanted.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. It's just a bigger change than you first think.
Yes, it is.
Hey, shall I carry you over the threshold?
Why?
Well, because we're married.
Actually, we've been living here for 3 years. You've never offered to carry me over the threshold before.
Oh, don't you want me to, then?
I'm just surprised at you offering. It's not often you lift anything over the threshold.
I'll take the bin bags out.
Oh, thank you. Just what I always wanted, parity with the bin bags.
All right, some other time, then. But no regrets?
No regrets. Well, maybe there is one thing I'm not too keen on now we're married.
What's that?
I've got a mother-in-law.
Well, togetherness is what it's all about now, isn't it, Elaine?
Yes, Mrs. Phillips.
You see, before you're married, you're basically two onesomes. But once you're married, you become a twosome. Though, strangely, you know, a twosome is not the same as two onesomes, is it, Colin? No, it's more two onesomes and a bitsome.
It's like Einstein's theory, really, isn't it, Mum?
You know what I mean, Ashley. Marriage has a special dimension. It's more civilized. I mean, it's not like what they do abroad, where a man has 3 or 4 wives. What do they call that again, Colin?
A good idea?
I think it's called polygamy, Mrs. Phillips.
Exactly, Elaine. Anyway, now you're married, you must come round here one night on your own, and we'll do some sewing together.
That would be lovely, Mrs. Phillips.
No, marriage is a bicycle made for two, one on the front and one on the back. And who knows, one day soon, a little something on the crossbar.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Mum, because Elaine and I are thinking about buying a bicycle pump.
That's not what I mean, Ashley. I mean, marriage is only starters. Children are the main course. If you don't have them, you won't get any pudding. After we were married, we never went anywhere without each other. I never let him out of my sight, did I, Colin? What are you doing now?
Nothing, dear. Just browsing.
Well, give Elaine and Ashley the little presents we brought them. It's just a little togetherness thing for you both, Elaine. There you are, Ashley.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. Colin.
Oh, thanks. You know, I needed a new anorak.
Oh, how nice. They're the same.
Oh, go on, just try it on.
Well, no thanks.
Go on, just for a laugh.
Sometimes, Ashley, I worry about your sense of humour.
I think it looks quite smart.
Oh, I agree. One on its own looks smart. Two of them together looks like a disease. You may as well walk around with a sign on your back saying, "Kick me, I'm a Herbert."
Oh, come on, just try it on once, eh? Because we can go out together in them and be the envy of all our friends. Yeah, they see us in matching jackets, they might think we're racing drivers, eh? Team Phillips.
Actually, I'm getting a bit worried about this matrimonial onesomeness. I mean, we don't just want to be Mr. and Mrs., do we? We're still two individuals.
Yeah, I agree.
It seems that since we got married, where one goes, the other has to follow, like Mary and her little lamb.
I'm not a bag of wool, you know.
No, but people have changed towards us, don't you think?
I hadn't noticed, do you think so?
Yes, they have. Their attitudes have changed. Well, there's the proof.
Well, we're going to have to wear these together sometime, you know, otherwise they're going to be really upset.
Yeah, but if we do, they'll think we like them. I mean, what are they going to buy us next? A toilet seat made for two?
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm joking. Come on, look, try it on once, eh?
Oh, all right. There.
Can't beat a bit of togetherness, can you?
So, how's married life, Ashley?
Yeah. How is married life?
Well, you know, same as plant life, found everywhere.
Plenty of that, eh?
Yeah, plenty of that. Hey, he does look a bit under the thumb now you mention it.
Sort of henpecked. In fact, if you look closely, you can see beak marks on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Get off, juveniles. Getting married hasn't curtailed my activities.
No. Not so much of that, though.
No, we haven't seen so much of you down the boozer lately, Ashley.
Yeah, well, I go to the pub when I want to. Just don't have to go every night like you alcoholics.
Be goodbye to all that too, eh, Ash?
Yeah, he'll be finished with that now.
Oh, no, hang on. As a matter of fact, us married men probably get a lot more of that than you single blokes.
Yeah. But you get a lot more of that, though, don't you? The old rolling pin business. Home late, whack, whack, instant headache. Yeah, that's it. An entirely new concept in bonking.
You know, we are talking about a modern relationship here. We're not talking about Andy Capp and Florrie.
Not yet.
Well, it's just the same as when Elaine and I were living together.
Ah, but what's that, though, Ashley?
It's a ring, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what makes the difference, then. You see, that's the ring of confidence.
Yeah, as long as he's got that ring on, she's confident he's not doing anything. Just you wait. It'll be matching anoraks next.
Now look, you two. Just because I've got married, it doesn't mean my life's over. I come and go as I please.
Oh, right, so you'll be there for the big drink-up tonight, then, after?
What, tonight? Well, I don't know. I said I'd probably... Yes, all right, I'll be there.
Look, we'll understand if you miss it, Ashley. You know, if you're worried about feeling out of place.
Feeling out of place? With the lads? Why should I feel out of place?
Well, they're mostly sort of young people, you know?
I'm young.
Hi, Ashley. Was it a good game?
Yeah, it was all right. And anyway, I don't see why I can't play rugby on a Saturday afternoon if I want.
Well, neither do I. Why? Who said you couldn't?
Oh, well, that's all right then. Oh, and another thing while we're on about it. I'm going to the pub tonight with my mates for a drink.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's no use trying to stop me.
Who's trying to stop you?
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, it's no good coming the old rolling pin business with me.
Well, I'm making a quiche for tea. Why? Don't you want any?
No, I don't mean all that rolling pin business. I mean the rolling pin business.
You weren't kicked in the head during the match, were you?
My compass is fully mentis, thank you. I'm going to have a shower.
A shower? I thought you all had a bath after the match. I've often wondered about that, you know. 15 men in one bath with just one piece of soap. I'd love to know what you're doing there.
Well, just have a sing-song, that's all. Well, that and the occasional bubble-blowing contest.
So why didn't you have a bath this afternoon? Did you forget your towel?
No, they wouldn't let me in. Said it was single blokes only.
Good night, was it, Ashley?
Yeah. I didn't get in till late.
I know. I heard you falling over the milk bottles.
No, I wasn't falling over the milk bottles. I was just practicing these new dance steps I had at the disco.
You went to a disco?
Yeah, well, I can go to a disco with my mates if I want, can't I?
Yes, of course. Fine by me. Oh, and I heard you being sick in the dustbin, too.
I wasn't being sick in the dustbin. Well, not our dustbin. And anyway, I wasn't even being sick.
So what were you doing? Checking the acoustics?
No, I just had a Chinese, that's all. I'd had a bit too much number 9.
Oh, yes, and then, in case you forgot, when you finally did make it to bed, you started kissing the pillow.
I thought it was you.
I know. I won't tell you what you did to the hot water bottle. In fact, all things considered, Ashley, when you came home last night, you were a pretty disgusting mess.
Well, and? So? I can be a pretty disgusting mess if I want to, can't I? I mean, I don't see why just because we're married I can't be a pretty disgusting mess.
Well, I entirely agree, as long as you don't make a career out of it. I have no objection. I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, well, it's all right then. Although I don't see there's any call for you to be so
What?
understanding about everything.
Well, pardon me for trying to be reasonable.
No, well, you know, all this understanding business, it's either that or the rolling pin business, or it's this business, and if you ask me, it's just...
What?
all this marriage business.
Oh.
So, what did you do last night?
Oh, Red. Watch TV.
Well, I mean, we never said anything about going out together, did we?
No. Anyway, perhaps we can go out for lunch.
Yeah, well, I said I might see the lads for a pint at lunchtime, actually.
Oh, OK. I'll get the bus over to see Karen. Oh, and we're seeing your mum and dad later, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to go to the pub, you know, but if I don't, well, then they'll...
What? That? And you care what they think, Ashley?
No. Look, if I want to go to the pub, I'll go to the pub, right? So there's no use trying to make me feel guilty about it.
If you're feeling guilty about anything, it's not because I'm making you.
Yeah, well, I'll see you back here about 2, eh?
OK.
Oh, do you reckon you could wear your anorak this afternoon?
Well, togetherness is all right when it suits you then, eh, Ashley?
I'll see you later.
What, oh, darling?
What are yourself?
What's a nice girl like you doing at a bus stop like this, then, eh?
I'm looking after it in case it gets stolen.
Waiting for the 28? Because you look to me like you'd be waiting for a more upmarket sort of bus.
Maybe, maybe not.
My lucky number, 28.
Not today, it isn't.
Tell you what, though, it's not every day you meet a film star at a bus stop. I mean, it is Meryl Streep, innit? I like the way you've dyed your hair there and everything.
I see corn hasn't gone out of fashion yet, then.
So, what'd you say, then? You and me, Saturday night, spot a dinner at Spud You Like, and a little drive in my car after.
If you've got a car, why are you waiting for the bus?
Well, it's in for a service. How about it, then?
Look, it's nice of you to offer, but I'm rather tired
I'm
of...
ever so sorry, really.
What?
Well, I didn't realise you were married and that. How embarrassing. Look, oh, God, I feel so stupid. I'm ever so sorry. I should be locked away. Look.
I'm only married, you know. I haven't got fleas.
Well, I don't exactly feel like Mr. Smooth.
I just hope I don't see anyone I know, that's all. In fact, come to think of it, I hope I don't see anyone I don't know.
Well, what if I bump into the lads? I'll be a laughing stock.
What if I bump into my boss? I'll be a redundant stock. I tell you, actually, next time we spend Sunday afternoon with your parents, I want an injection first. 10 cc's of morphine straight to the brain.
Look, I'll make it up to you for doing this.
You couldn't possibly. There isn't that much money.
Sunday. Now you walk with me, dear, and then we can have a nice little chat.
I like your anorak, Dad.
Yeah, your mother bought it for me. I'd offer to buy you a drink, but I'll be too embarrassed to go in the pub.
never wearing that thing again. I'd rather freeze to death.
Oh, it's just to keep my mum happy.
Well, your mum won't be happy till everyone's wearing matching anoraks. It was so humiliating. Especially when those people stopped and asked us if we were the Beverly sisters.
But you didn't have to say yes and start signing autographs, did you?
I'm having an identity crisis, Ashley. As in, I don't have one anymore. So from now on, whatever you do, I'm doing the opposite so I can be me. I mean, forget his, hers, and theirs. What I need is mine.
Yeah, I do understand, you know.
I mean, all this enforced togetherness, it's driving us apart.
Yeah, well, all this doing things apart's driving us apart, too. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, all right, thanks. Well, hang on, are you having tea?
Yeah.
I'll have coffee then, please.
All right, I might as well have coffee, too.
Oh, in that case, I'll have tea.
Elaine, this is ridiculous.
In a cup.
Elaine?
I'm still me, Ashley. We may be married, but we're not joined at the hip.
Where's your ring?
What?
You're not wearing it.
Oh, it fell off. I have to have it altered. It's a bit loose. Well, where's your ring come to that?
I took it off for the match. You know, I didn't want to lose it, and then I forgot to put it back on.
Oh, I see.
So, what you doing tonight?
Probably the opposite of what you're doing. Well, what are you doing?
Well, I said I might see the lads for a pint, actually.
Again? Actually, that's last night, this afternoon, and now this evening as well.
Yeah, well, you know.
You have to prove you're a free man, do you?
No, it's not that.
Isn't it?
No. It's got nothing to do with that. There's no connection. Yes.
See, you've got to make adjustments, Ashley. You've got to adapt to a different way of life.
What, do you mean like being skinned?
No. I mean marriage. And it's like changing your car, isn't it? I mean, to begin with, the seat isn't right and the gear's in the wrong position and you've got this knocking in the back and you think to yourself, oh, I've made a big mistake there.
Yeah, but I haven't changed my car, have I?
Don't you change your ways, Ashley. You've gone straight. You've made it legal. And being legal's not easy for someone who's an outlaw at heart, you know. Yeah. Marriage is an acquired skill, Ashley.
What about being a card sharp? Does that come naturally?
No. Marriage, you have to work at it, you see.
Yeah, but the hours are pretty long, aren't they? You're on call all night. That's some of the jobs they want you to do these days.
Well, you can't expect to be married and not get your hands dirty. You see, what you're like, Ashley, is a reptile.
Who is?
You are. You're like a snake that's shed its skin, you see. And before you can grow a new one, you feel exposed and raw and touchy. Yes. We're talking maturity here, Ashley.
We're talking rip-off, if you ask me.
No. We're talking moving on. We're talking putting behind you your things of youth. You've come to man's estate, Ashley.
Have I?
Yeah, when you come to man's estate, you have to pay your dues to man's estate agent. Yeah, you have to pay your mortgage to man's building society.
I just get fed up with people, you know, who've been married for years, and then they come up and say, so how's married life?
Yeah.
Well, it gets on your nerves, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So, how's married life, Ashley?
Well, you know. I'm getting the hang of it.
Up tonight then, Peter?
I should think so, young man. How about you, Ash?
No, I'm going to give it a miss tonight, actually.
Oh, won't let him out, eh?
Yeah, under the thumb.
Look, it's got nothing to do with that. I just thought I'd go home after, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right, let me ask you two something. Where do you go when the pubs close?
Easy. Few bevies, and I'm straight round to the girlfriend's, mate.
What girlfriend? You live with your mum.
Well, so do you.
I see. So, that's who I've been associating with, is it? Eh? That's who I've been drinking with. Mummy's boys.
Hi there. Let's do as in call then, eh?
Does your mum know you do this sort of thing?
Listen, I've been thinking things over since we last met.
Oh, have you?
You being married, I decided not to let it make any difference.
Very magnanimous of you.
After all, Don Juan hangs his coat wherever there's wardrobe.
Does it? Nice as it is to be thought of as a hat rack.
And even though you are married, you're still a very attractive woman, Meryl.
Do your homework, will you?
So, what'd you say then? You and me, candlelit spud you like? You can choose your own filling, and then go to the cinema afterwards.
Well, I would, but it's just that you remind me too much of someone I used to go out with.
Broke your heart, did he?
No. Worse than that. I married him. Not going to the pub then, Ashley?
No, I thought I'd give it a miss tonight.
Well, hadn't you better ring and let them know
What?
that you're not coming in? I mean, it's 7:05. You don't want them sending out a search party, you know, from the Brewery Rescue Service.
I don't have to go to the pub every night like certain immature individuals.
You called in on your way back, though, didn't you?
No, I took the long way home. Had a bit of a think.
What about?
Us, you know, fine-tuning, making adjustments.
So what are you doing if you're not going to the pub?
Well, it's a good TV programme on Channel 4 later. But I suppose if I want to watch Channel 4, you'll want to watch Channel 2.
Not necessarily.
Well, I wouldn't want you to forfeit your individuality.
Well, I don't think watching the same television programme as you will jeopardise that. In fact, if you like, we can even wear our anoraks.
Ooh, well, it's not on for another half hour or so. Right, I know. Come on.
What?
You ought to do this to mark the occasion. Follow me.
Ashley, what are you doing?
I'm going to carry you over the threshold. Come on. Come on.
Do it properly, then. Ashley, stop it.
Well, stop wriggling about, then. Elaine, we're going to fall.
Come on. It's all right.
And there's more from those two, same time, 7:30 tomorrow. Well, next, it's Minder featuring Gary Olsen today, who, of course, has since made his name in the sitcom 2.4 Children. You only get a plus point on Granada Plus, home of the hits.